Arduous Vape as the Goths. A bit of a favorite, I think, for Arduous Vape, the Goths. In the red, in the top of the map. WiggleTheWise in the bottom right, in orange as the Franks. Very strong civ on the public ladder right now, the Franks. They're doing very well. Open and closed maps. So, sorry TV viewers, this one's for Stadium viewers. We're gonna look at this. For this game, player A, that's Arduous Vape because he won the last one, banned Spanish, Portuguese, and Turks. WiggleTheWise banned Mongols, Huns, and Teutons, I don't know. After that, or before that, whatever order, doesn't matter. Arduous Vape banned no maps. They just passed twice. He doesn't care. He just wants to get in the game. And then, of course, the map that we are playing on, WiggleTheWise chose to play on Golden Pit. First time for Golden Pit, but not the last, I believe. We will see what's upcoming after this. This map has a lot of gold in the middle, as you might guess, and it is, of course, not quite enough to just have gold in the middle where everybody's rushing to. There are also a lot of wolves, and this tournament is played on the hardest possible setting. Extreme is what it's called. It's played on extreme difficulty, which means these wolves are going to do a lot of damage. If you get caught out with some villagers trying to sneak some gold in the middle too early on, you don't have loom, you're going to lose somebody. So that's where we stand. Spawns here, 2 forward golds for red for the Goths, 2 rear golds for orange. Definitely favors orange on these spawns. The stone is a little far forward there, and it's kind of just copy pasted, but the player on the bottom is going to have a better situation with that. The wood, on the other hand, in the back for red, forward for orange. Kind of the opposite situation. We got oh, there you go. This is pretty raidable here. It's kind of raid the gold here, raid the wood here. We'll see what happens with that, if anything. Taking the board, what are these guys called? A couple of goats. Just taking a couple of goats, and I think we ran out of food here, so we had an emergency mill into wild boar. That's fine, it happens.
Very interesting watching the villager production, because it was for a while there in the favor of Arduous, but now it appears to have leveled out.
Yeah, I wonder if he didn't have enough. Well, no, he's Q2 now, so I'm not sure. Maybe he had a little bit of idle time there. TC idle time right now, oh, it's actually exactly even for both players. Bottom right there, you can see. Not sure. Just doing a little scouting. Our vision so far. Neither player. Okay, you're going in the circles. I love these classic circles. You just gather everything up and concentrically gain information on your way out. Red, doing a little bit of circling and then moving forward a little bit, trying to get some eyes on the enemy. I want to mention here, Goths in this tournament series, 63% win rate versus the Franks only being played 6 times. Goths 16 times, Franks 6 times, at a even 50% win rate. So, and Arduous has picked the Goths 33% of the time that he's played.
Man's committed, that's for sure.
That's right.
Bringing up Civ statistics, I think you mentioned that the Chimera had been played 3 times and had a 3% win rate?
That's a very good point, and I need to look into that. Why would they have a 3% win rate?
Well, not so much the win rate that threw me off, so much as I thought it was interesting that Cyprius played the Chimera and won, so that might be our first Chimera win.
Oh, it's a 3% pick rate, which means they have been picked out of all the civs 3% of the time. Their win rate is 20%, and that was, I think, influenced by Cyprius's win on them earlier.
Very nice. Very cool.
Just some numbers to start us off. We have Garrisonville's here, just trying to knock those boars out.
Well, especially for anybody who's looking at the tournament going, I might want to play in that, Some civs are a little bit easier to pick up on than others, and sometimes it's nice to not start with shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, I mean, I will make, I'll clean some of it up and make this data, available after the tournament's over for people that are like, have an extra 4 hours a day to look at it or whatever. But on the ladder online, win rate favors the Franks, 54% to 46% here. This is an open map also, which favors the Franks because they build a lot of cav. To the Goths, 56 to 48, respectively.
Goths primarily infantry?
Primarily infantry. Their special unique unit, the Huskarl, which you build at the castle until you research the unique tech Anarchy, which allows you to build them at the barracks, is pretty comparable to the champion, a little bit, pretty much the champion, a little worse maybe, but with just an insane amount of pierce armor, so they just are untouchable by archers. The Goths are pretty good just generally infantry as a civ as well. They have another unique tech called Perfusion, which I know all of these names because I used to be a dirty Goth main myself. The Perfusion tech,
all the inside tricks.
It increases melee infantry production by 100% the speed. So, yeah, I know all the insider tricks.
Kyler knows what's up.
I like this, Cameron. You remember I mentioned earlier a little tidbit. Building a mining camp one tile away from the resources. Actually, meta. It's the meta.
Nothing. What's the meta with you?
Both advancing to feudal age at roughly the same time, basically tied in every way. A lot more food for WiggleTheWise. Yeah, getting that APM tax a little bit. And we have immediately dropped Market and Blacksmith. I guess he's just floating enough wood to be able to afford this, because then he can just click up to Castle Age when he gets the resources and not have to worry about it. Not sure. I've seen that pattern quite a few times with multiple people. They just drop those as soon as they hit feudal.
Frank's also getting the farm upgrades on this map should be beneficial given the distance from wood.
That's true. Franks do get the free upgrades, right? Horse collar just is given to you when you hit feudal, and then it just goes up from there. So that's going to be definitely improving, especially with as many farms as he's going on to now. Just the general eco, without even having to think about it.
Yeah, both of them just got a pretty standard build order going. Nothing too exciting happening right now.
I like this game. I'm excited because both of these civilizations, everybody knows what they're good at and exactly what to do with them. At least like on a grand scale, right? Goths, build infantry. Build Huskarls. Spam units. Franks, go Knights. Go Scout Cav. Do raiding. And I really want to see like how some civs that are used to like a more like effect, or like, I don't know, directly featuring their like bonuses and their like design. I want to see that happen.
If I'm not mistaken, too, Huskarls have a faster move speed, so an interesting map choice because you're going to have the mobility of infantry as we're seeing now, but Huskarls are faster if I remember correctly. I mean, it's not going to be that big of a detriment to have cavalry running around if you've got fast infantry.
Yeah, the Huskarls are definitely faster than the standard man-at-arms line. I think they do still suffer the same, like, issue there where the cav can just hit and run, but
not quite as fast as, say, Woad Raiders.
Yeah, Woad Raiders are on another level.
Okay, Wiggle going for some early harass here. Oh,
loses Hernan with the Vils is able to pick one off.
Melted that. Holy smokes.
Yeah, and oh my god, what do we have here?
Oh, is he baiting into the base? I've seen
I
that.
think we lost. He might be baiting it, but he's lost 3 units. No, not these skeletons are map decoration.
Oh, he is. He's
I'm
gonna
sure.
wolf drop. Oh, I want to see it. Yes.
Oh no!
Oh my
Get
goodness,
this,
he's gonna.
get this in full zoom. Where are we going? Oh, he pushed the villagers away. Straight onto the wood?
Straight into the wood line. Yes.
Come on, let's see it. Any loom for these guys? Yes, okay. He did research loom very early, Red, so it's gonna be proven the right choice here.
Oh, they're going in.
They're the
it's happening.
wolves!
Oh my gosh.
The wolf drop plus the man at arms, though. He might be okay.
Oh,
I got an emote right
he's
now.
gonna get one. He's gonna get one. He's got one.
My.
Oh.
Okay, 4 wolves down, 1 villager down.
Oh man, that was so glorious.
Amazing. We have a 1 eco kill for Red. I think he's just been raiding with this scout. And it reads 2 for WiggleTheWise, but we really know it's 3 because that wolf counts.
Agreed.
Fully tamed. Oh, and then the scout goes down to the TC, but that's okay. Scouting for our players. They see everything that they need to right now. Orange
Arduous
definitely.
dumping a bunch of wood for gold there. I think he might be trying to go to castle.
Is this a? I mean, he knows the Goths. I think he just really wants those Huskarls. He knows they're a little bit vulnerable until you get that spam. So anything you can do to get that castle age as soon as possible.
He's got the resources though. For the castle advance, I mean.
There it is. Good call. Good call.
Dave's going right to castle. He's going right in. So
20 minutes.
Wiggle's still a bit behind.
Wiggle got 9 more villagers though.
Yes. Okay, and Arduous is housed at 40. There's the market and the blacksmith for Wiggle. Also floating 1,000 gold. I'm not sure why he's mining this much gold, as the scouts don't need it. Maybe it's for
Probably.
upgrades.
Yeah, I'm thinking knights into cavaliers.
Yeah, he could be just planning ahead into knights, but probably going to end up selling a lot of that in order to hit castle, especially if he sees his opponent reaching castle this fast as well.
And the food issue, because you're not going to be able to pump out knights without a significant food production. Like you've got 12 on food, which is the right way to go, but you only have 400 of it.
Yeah. Also, okay, we got double bit axe and forging for our red player. No upgrades clicked for orange yet. I guess there really aren't food upgrades per se, other than like maybe wheelbarrow gives it a bit of a buff. The farm like mill upgrades really are just secret wood consumption reduction. I guess you can build like more farms with it. But these scouts just chilling out for the time being. We got 6. A couple of them are a little bit low. And we do have a lot of spears. Actually, a lot of spears. Wow, I just double-clicked that. I was not expecting to see 13 spearmen here.
Great placement, though. Strategic.
Yeah, he's really just trying to be unraidable, and it's definitely going well here. Also, the house walls keeping the wood line safe until this gets overchopped.
Like Cyprius mentioned earlier, though, hitting that bell, that's going to do you.
True enough. Okay, yeah, so the scout cav are just gonna run through and get chased, and chased by our little goat mascot. Look at this guy. And not be able to stop and get any kills because of these spears. It's annoying to have them going through your base all the time, but it's equally annoying for the enemy player, who is now palisade walling in. Interesting choice as the aggressor. I guess you want to just lock it down and make sure that you're doing well. Maybe the castle age scared him. He probably knows the Goth's strengths as well.
Probably also just shaping traffic, if you will, because that way somebody clicks into your base, they can't go in from the left-hand side, so if you haven't scouted it, you don't know what's over there.
Yes, that could be it as well. Yeah, what's their scouting at? I'm gonna take a drink right now, but... Okay. Another bonus of the scout rush is that you have scouts everywhere. But now red gonna move forward with the spears. And I mean, they're not defending anymore, but also as the cavalry player, you can't really do anything about this. Like, he can just do whatever he wants now.
Especially with scout, they're so easy to pick off with spears.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and there they go.
Yeah, just melted. Not a chance.
I think that was a micro attack. Like, I don't want to like nitpick here, but I'm going to a little bit. A move or patrol move, I think, is the better thing to do in Age 2. If you use the relevant hotkey, you can press, for example, A to attack move, and left click on an area, and your units will move there and attack everything along the way, which means that you don't have to like micro units, you don't have them like walking past enemies, just ignoring them. Bit of a more optimized way to move around the map.
Very interesting pathing and attack moving issues, though, if you've used that as compared to, say, StarCraft.
Yeah.
A lot of the Age of Empires units tend to move then attack instead of attack first then move.
I think that's where the patrol dynamic comes in. Like, it doesn't seem like it makes sense, but if you send a unit to patrol to an area, it will attack first. If I'm remembering my Spirit of the Law video right, I think that's what happens.
I'm gonna A, research that video, and B, practice it real quick.
Okay, these spears are gonna get fairly heavily countered by the long swords from orange.
Yeah,
I think
good
long swords are a
response by
good
Wiggle.
choice here. They have strong infantry, the Franks. They have the throwing axemen as well.
Tons
You're
of
not gonna
houses
be able to
going out for
compare.
Wiggle.
Yeah, what do we have? Forward bear. I like the forward production from red, from Steve. That's good. From Arduous Vape. Bunch of houses in the back. Oh, WiggleTheWise is hard housed at 45 too. Okay, there we go. And the mining camp. Hey, I think this guy's been watching the same videos I have. Look at that.
Very interesting, though. I don't see a second town center for either, even though they have the resources for it. Or at least Wiggle does, Arduous does not.
Well, we got a second TC up here. He dropped it kind of sneakily while going up to castle.
Ah, good eyes, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think maybe now he's floating so many resources it doesn't matter. So you could just 2TC. But probably originally the 1TC, like one base play from Orange here is just to give the early aggression a little bit more oomph. Instead of spending resources on that. I don't know.
Makes sense. Save that 2 or 3 TC for Eco Boom instead of essentially what's going on right now. Oh boy.
We got the first Goths out. Now longswords, I'm not sure about longswords, but if you get another 1 or 2 tiers of man-at-arms line upgrades, they will be able to handle the Huskarls. The numbers, maybe not, but one-on-one, yeah, it'll be alright. Yeah, his forward production spotted out and not going down. But it is delaying like any push that Orange would have made with these. Oh, I wonder. I wish Capture Age. This is like a random complaint. I wish they showed like control groups here. I'd love to see what the control group usage is for these players. Because I know I like am awful with control groups. I just pretend like that mechanic doesn't exist most of the time, unless I'm using my scout in 5 minutes into the game. Okay, no real response from red for these man-at-arms yet. This is not really something you want to see as the Goths, especially when you are struggling this much with your food and gold count. But the castle's going to get a few free pickoffs, because I don't think it was scouted until now. It's a good castle spot, protecting 3 key resources there. And just going to garrison the units inside until he has critical mass. Reinforcements coming up for Orange.
Yeah, that castle has some pretty good radiance. They're able to like, get those guys off. Be able to push orange back a little bit, stop that forward advance. Pretty not bad.
Control group 0 out of 0. What does DNE mean? Is that a Wisconsin thing? Do not engage.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, 9 Huskarls, 12 longswords. Okay, let me look at these stats. So, longswords. Give me the like full details.
All right, here we go. Here's the engagement. Oh, those longswordsmen got separated. Oh, that's bad.
Oh,
not good.
Yeah, too bad on that placement.
Yeah, that was
10
not good.
melee attack, 2 armor.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a really good engagement.
11 melee attack, 1 armor. Okay. So these Huskarls in a melee fight at least are going to be a little more of a glass cannon. A little more damage, a little less survivability. So masses are going to be very important here. Be able to push that back with reinforcements. Now is the defender's advantage.
Yeah, it's got enough to get those guys off.
We just don't have, like, the barracks, the castle. We just don't have them working right now.
Kind of slow.
It's got the food. The farm's going down here. Who's building these farms? I don't know. Maybe he's like making some highways or something. But that's good to see. There they go. Okay, man, it's probably just a shift click thing. 2 relics. Okay, what's our relic situation? 2 relics for red, none for orange yet. The remaining relics are right outside of orange's base and 1 right in between the 2. Okay.
Some more of those knights coming on over.
Oh, it's like a divide by 0 error. Gotcha. See, I know about math. Red, the first one to venture out into the middle and take gold.
Yeah, good.
Whole gimmick of this map. He's also moving up to that gold, that 3rd relic. And a defensive castle for our orange player. The Franks, of course, throwing axemen. Going to be strong versus buildings, and they deal melee damage at range, which is not something you see very often. Usually ranged units do pierce damage, so this is going... The throwing axemen actually kind of a good choice against Huskarls, because they're ranged units that only have to address the melee armor versus the pierce armor. We'll see if he goes into that. In fact, he is. Wow, that's actually a really interesting interaction. Getting late, Cam.
It is. I feel exhausted, man. Holy smokes, I'm not even playing him. Apologize if I'm not having as much input as this game. I think that last one actually took out a lot. I was really surprised at how intense that got.
Yeah, these are intense. These are like very close.
Yeah, and we've been at it for about almost 6 hours now. We're coming on 6 hours.
I think I calculated, knowing the insider info that I do, that this stream will be about 7.5 hours and should end around 11:30.
That tells me something about. Well, if we're gonna end around that time, it tells me something about this game.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that too close to the end.
Wall. He's not. Breaching the wall. There's a hesitation. I'm surprised he's not going in to try to get some
reverse bottlenecked here, and we do have scorpions for orange.
Oh no, that's huge. Oh,
scorpions are gonna be pretty good against any melee infantry because they'll do damage through an entire line. Okay, orange cleans this up.
Axemen.
The axemen are actually an incredible move here. This is so good.
Yeah, that was such a bad spot for that. Oh man, that was a really bad bottleneck.
Axemen and Scorpion are like such a hard counter here, I think. What's the attack with this? Pierce? Okay. It is 12 pierce damage.
Oh, that was...
Yeah, Scarl's dead. So they're not going to do too much against the Huskarls, but I
That
love
bottleneck
those
was
axemen.
really bad for Vape. That was the worst thing that could have happened. This unit just got stuck there. Oh,
That was
man.
such an unfortunate fight.
That was not good. Is
It's
it
gonna
that he
look
couldn't?
Yeah.
Is it that he couldn't move those units up because of the building placement?
I'm not sure if he just wasn't paying attention or... Oh, so
I'm
these
wondering that's what it
buildings,
was. I
this
think those
is a
buildings are-
closed
yeah.
pocket here. So he
Yeah.
was just stuck in here. That is crazy. And we're going
I was gonna
heavy
say-
into these scorpions too. Oh my gosh. This castle's gonna secure 4 golds as long as it stays up. I don't think... Okay, they didn't know this fight was coming.
Oh,
The Rams might soak up some axe
here
damage,
we
but
go.
we'll see how the Goths do here. They'll take out the front line eventually.
He's gonna micro that. He's just letting him die. Oh
And
no, those are going
there's
down.
the perfusion reinforcements coming in. So, alright, the Axeman's just going to be microed away. And now we have range. We have range versus melee. And if the micro is good, we know how that goes. Arduous Vape just committing to basically only Huskarls at this point. He's got full upgrades on these guys. But yeah, I think this actually is buildings producing them, if you believe that. Okay, the dots below them are, if you click it, that building is producing.
Just notice Wiggle is moving into Imperial Age now, so he's gonna be...
Okay.
He's ready to go. He's gonna be able to get some of those advancements up and get some. I can't even talk right now.
It's huge too because Arduous is not even close.
Yeah, that's right. He's really far behind.
He's been losing a lot of units in these fights. Which is fine as the Goths, as long as you can keep up the production, but it's just not enough right now.
Again, he's really devoting a lot of time. He's really devoting a lot into making those Huskarls and trying to get some aggression down. But
The Scorpions,
again, Wiggle,
I'm kind of questioning. I would have liked to see Mangonels here, but
yeah,
this, other than that, is like a very good example of how to play against the Goths, in my opinion. I just like throwing Axemen, so.
he's looks like Vape is going to go for a long flank with these. Okay, those Huskarls are gonna get caught out. I think he's gonna see those battering rams.
Yeah, the battering rams here undefended, just gonna run past this.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew the gold mine was occupied, so he was expecting to be able to get in here.
Yeah, so there's a lot of posturing right now.
The villagers are gonna be pulled. Let's see if they're able to path their way to the thing that they're attacking.
They're going. Huskarls are gonna go and meet
Okay,
those
Ram
axemen.
sacrificed, but they might get the surround on the throwing axes.
No,
You know,
he's
they're
pulling-
going at. These scorpions are scary.
They're
looking,
going for
I
those
gotta admit.
scorpions. There is a trebuchet. It looks like Wiggle does have a trebuchet out right now. Those Huskarls are just tearing through those scorpions. But I think Wiggle's gonna come out on top of this. Castle
Yeah,
going up.
that was a pretty good fight for Arduous. He took out all the scorpions, but
Castle going up
still
to
loses in
Yeah,
the
he
end.
still
there.
lost that. He's still. Castle is going up. He does have a trebuchet out. Looks like he's gonna start getting.
Okay, I like
he
these
might start
Mangonels,
getting-
but also I just like any Mangonels ever. So they might get just killed by the scorpions. I don't know. We'll see
Yeah,
if we see more scorpions out.
Yeah, that or the Chubs are gonna take him out. We'll see.
Yeah, these Prebs are the difference here. One player is still in Castle Age. The Goths, the Huskarls in particular, do tend to fall off a little bit. The later after like early Imperial, late Castle, the longer it goes. Because of the armor upgrades that the enemy gets, and their melee infantry are just going to be better when they're fully upgraded, so. Good hits with the Mangonels. Actually, I don't think he killed anything, but he did a little bit of damage there. One Mangonel goes down.
Yeah, he's got him pushed back. He's gonna. Oh no, is he gonna be able to finish off the Mangonel?
Oh, the throwing axes are just nuking everything. Situational unit, but when it works, it works. Now this castle either is going to be very expensive to keep up, or
he
it's
missed.
going to die
Okay,
now.
I was gonna say yeah.
No, they all stay up. Okay.
Yeah.
Eco, it is
Castle's down.
dead even on the eco, by the way.
Yeah. But again, Steve, Vape is still really far behind in regards to just his resources and where he needs to be for Imperial.
Yeah, I think the issue here, he's just lost more fights, so he's had to
Yeah.
make more units. And that's fine, but it's also going to slow you down a little bit with the tech up. So now he's not even thinking about Imperial still. It doesn't matter to him. Honestly, I think that's the right choice.
Yeah,
I don't think you want to waste resources clicking the Imperial button.
Yeah,
What do you get as the Goths?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe another armor upgrade.
Get to that.
Yeah. But oh yeah. So now he's just like throwing these in, trying to snipe the trebs, and he's actually gonna get 2, almost 3.
Yeah, he got one. Yep, 2 of them. He's missed on the last one.
I mean, this is kind of a tough spot because of the Goths. They're very one-trick. I don't know, like, what you do here. Their archery line is no good. Cav line, not great. Let me look. I mean, that's my initial conception. Yeah, they're missing a ton of archery techs. Cav is kind of workable. It's a B on the Spirit of the Law letter grade system. If that works for you. But yeah, very bad defense, no stone walls. I guess they could go... He could go Cav into this, maybe. That would probably be the right choice after looking at some out-of-game information. But we see 2 stables. In fact, this guy is already reaching the same conclusion as I am while playing the game. 3 relics. No relics picked up for orange, but doesn't need them. He is a little bit low on the gold though. That's going to hurt the throwing axeman production, pushing them off of that gold even. And Arduous Vape just sucking up these resources in the middle as fast as he can. We actually have quite a few upgrades, like researches from Red. I think that's a pretty meaningful difference maker here. A few games, like the games that we've seen today, at least, there's been a like distinct lack of upgrading stuff, like getting the techs and stuff. But
Vape is just getting cast drop right there. Oh, he's gonna just circumvent the axe throwers. He's gonna go right for the traps. I don't think the
they're
traps
all
are
gonna go down. Now. These Goths are like, what's happening? I'm dying to ranged units? This is not supposed to happen. The throwing axes are like such a good counter
castle
to this.
drop. I think this is.
I think that like play is definitely the game maker here, and the forward castle with 2 hills. Okay, we do have knights now, but it's not enough knights. And Arduous has got 4 food, so
I think this is it's looking pretty done this round.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it 30 times. I'll say it. I'll keep saying it. Look at these dudes. Look at these throwing axe dudes. If you're playing as against the Goths, this is the unit that you want. And Wiggle has made a choice with good game knowledge here too.
Oh, but he's leaving those trebuchets alone, so they're gonna get taken out if he doesn't respond right away.
Rebs will go down here. I think all 3, unless they run under the castle. I guess 2 knights without...
Yeah, there they go. He might lose them.
I mean, the low health... Okay, no, he's attacking the high health one, but...
In the long run, it's probably not going to matter, but...
Oh, the knights are too close to the castle there, so they weren't getting shot.
Oh, he's going to get... Oh, he did.
Oh, it's so close.
Not get the last one.
Yeah.
And again, he's not gonna have any trouble getting another trebuchet out. I think he's in a really good position right now.
I think so. Yeah, this is so close. I love this.
Yeah.
I hope that the rest of the games, like as people filter up, are gonna be like this basically. Maybe a little faster, but that's it's fine. Oh man. More barracks, but they're too far forward, so they're getting camped before they are even up. I don't know. Man. I think that all of the resources for red are just getting sucked down the tubes in losing fights constantly. I don't know. Maybe you need to like garrison. Maybe you need to like rally point all of your military like back here or something, and then go for a Hail Mary to your enemy's base or something like that. But throwing Axeman gonna be able to take care of those buildings pretty quickly too. What are the kills on these guys? We do see a kill count. 38. I don't know how that compares to anything else, but that seems pretty high overall. Compared to 6 with these longswords, yeah. I think Arduous probably calls it here. We'll see if he decides to fight on, but it's looking pretty hopeless for the red player. Score also, it's in the corner, I can't even see it. Let me crane my neck around. 8,200 for orange and 5,400 for red. Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything is just showing the trend that this is going in, and I think that's all down to the throwing Axeman choice. And probably actually, too, I want to shout out these palisade walls. Like, unrateable eco back here.